Your palate, we're going to take care of your lungs and the air that you breathe. I will tell you, hands down, this is one of my absolute favorite companies when it comes to air purifiers. They do an incredible job. They do a lot of things that a lot of other companies don't. One of the main things is they give you a cleanable filter. That's a huge deal because filters can run you 40, 50, 60 bucks a clip, even more expensive. And this one, you can clean the filter over and over and over again. So it's not a money pit. You don't have to keep buying it. I also love the style of it. A lot of purifiers are big and they're bulky and you don't know what to do with them. They're hard to move. This actually has a handle so you can take it out of your bedroom, bring it out into your living area or into your great room. But what this is gonna do is clean the air you breathe. And you know, I've always said, just because you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, if you can smell a forest fire from 1,000 miles away, but you don't see smoke, right? Because smoke's a very small particle. And a lot of the things you're breathing in, pollen, dust, dander, you don't even see until you cough something up or you pick something out of your nose and you're like, where the heck did that come from? But I will tell you, you ready for the price? We dropped this, you know, this is our big sale, the first big sale that we've done of the year. Go ahead, you guys can reveal it. I'm buying one. I'm like, I can't resist this price. And I already have 3. Here it comes, 129 bucks. Crazy. This thing is every bit worth, you know, $200. And you would pay that with your shipping and handling. If you get this today, okay, it is $129.99. It is a customer pick on hsn.com. It's $50 off. If you've never owned an air purifier, please try this one. It will make a difference. If you wake up in the morning, you feel like you got a weight on your chest, or if you've got odors in your home, if you have a pet, a dog, or a cat, you need to get one of these. It's gonna filter out all that funk and all that gunk, or the majority of it, before you breathe it in. If you like to cook, it's great for you there. By the way, HSN credit card today drops the price to $89.99 if you get your HSN credit card and use it for the first time. Linda Lyday is here. I'm gonna bring you out.
Hey.
Thanks for being patient. But listen, the bottom line is, look at this, okay?
Right.
One clean one. This is what it looks like when you use it, and that can be only a month's time. So if you want this stuff to not go into your mouth, into your nose, then get it. And by the way, you can clean this over and over and over again. Welcome to our show.
Hey,
good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. This is a hepatite filter right here. So this is a filter that you don't have to go on you know, your search engine on the internet and try to find what's the model number, what's the, no, this is, you get this filter and this machine right here will tell you when you need to clean it, which is fantastic. You'll turn this off, you will vacuum the filter. So it's a hepatite permanent filter. So not only is it a hepatite permanent filter, but you also have this UVC bulb that spans almost the size of the entire air purifier itself. Now, why do I like that? Because I'm going to be able to not only trap, but I'm going to help kill and reduce all those particulates. This is, Guy, this is really near and dear to me, just so you know, because first of all, I had this before we had the shutdown. Yeah. And then I had this all through the shutdown. I kept this right next to my mom who had COPD, which was one of those things, it's one of those things that what can you do? I could take her to her doctor's appointment and I could give her the best quality air that I could actually give her, right? There's no guarantees it's not gonna get you sick. But what this does, it's gonna trap all the particulates, the pollen, the dust, the mold, all those different things. Yeah. Now the UVC bulb has been proven, they've tested it. It kills 99.9% of the staph or E. coli bacteria. So anything that's like, you know, that could be on your filter
all the yucky stuff. Yeah.
All the yucky stuff. So they say, the experts say we breathe about 22,000 breaths a day. Now, guess what? That's a lot of breathing, right?
It's a lot of, yeah.
It's a lot of breathing. And if you don't have an air purifier, guess what's doing the work?
Well, we wouldn't.
Your lungs, your sinuses.
You wouldn't drink a dirty glass of water. You wouldn't need a piece of food with a hair on it, right?
Exactly.
Yet we breathe every single day. And again, it's because we think we can't really see it. But you cough it up and it makes you sick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you exactly how it works.
Yes.
And we're gonna fill up our container with, and this is gonna be smoke.
Yeah, so smoke is one of the smallest particulates, right? And you can see it, right? It goes down to 0.3 microns. Now I'm gonna put smoke in this chamber. I'm not gonna turn this on yet until right now. Now, the whole thing about air purifiers, if you wanna clean the air, you have to move the air. Now I put this in, I have a very large, floor plan in my, in the living area. This will clean that air. I have about, I don't know, 250 square feet.
Yeah.
It's going to clean this about 2 to 3 times every hour. So I just keep this on. So here's the stages of the filtration, right? So the first one is your permanent type filter. That's the white one, right? And so that's gonna trap all the bigger follicles, the pet dander, all the different pollen, the mold spores. Now behind that is that UVC bulb, and that helps kill the mold, all the different, all those things. Behind that is the catalytic converter, okay? That is literally what's going to take out all the VOCs, right? So when you have odors in your air, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe your kitty cat, your
Sure.
dog, right? You want to make sure that you're taking out the volatile organic compounds. So that's the hairspray. That's all the different kinds of nail polish that we're putting in the air as well. This, right? And we gals, we know this. I have a lot of different sprays that I use inside the home, and that's what you want to remove. Now, as a builder, I can tell you, we button up the home really well with our different windows and our doors. And what happens is it starts to button up. We have this thing called the building envelope. And in the building envelope, it means everything, we're gonna make sure that everything is trapped in there, right? Because we don't want any of the air conditioning or the heat to go out. But what happens is when you come in your home, you're bringing everything and it stays there. And unless you have an air purifier to remove all those different particulates in the air, you're doing all the cleaning yourself.
Yeah, and remember, you know, the golden rule is that when we talk about is that, you know, you can go, what is it, three weeks without food, you can go 3 days without water.
But you can't stop
You can go
breathing.
3 minutes possibly without air if you can hold your breath that long. So air is the most important thing, yet it's the least one that we think about, right? But I'll tell you, if you walk into somebody's home, I remember when I used to walk into my grandma's house, God bless her, she's gone now, but she used to she used to make pickled eggs. She used to can vegetables.
Right.
She had a dachshund. She had a parakeet. She had a cat. It was a circus in that place when we went as little kids, and all it was a bunch of smells.
Right.
And my brother and I used to hate to go there, be like, oh, it smells so bad in there, because you're kids, right?
Right.
That is what you're going to be able to contain. That's what you're going to be able to filter out, right? And that's an extreme case. But if you care about your lungs and you care about, you know, even we were talking earlier with the side sleeper pillow, a lot of you carry all that to bed with you, all right? You wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my gosh, I had this mucus, you need to try this. Now, it's not a medical device. We never make that claim, but it makes good sense. Like I said, if you went to a restaurant and you got a glass of water and there was something floating in it, would you drink it? No freaking way.
You wouldn't drink.
Right?
And right now, if you come down to Florida, we are getting clobbered with a couple things. We have the pollen that's in the air. You can see pollen, right? But I have to say, when I'm outside, I can't wait to get into my home.
Right.
When I come into my home, it's like a free zone of pollen as best as I can.
Yep.
I keep these on all the time. The experts say, if you can, put one in your bedroom, put one in your living room. This is what I have in my bedroom, and I have one in my living room. It's going all the time. And I talked to a friend of mine, and I said, when you come into my home, because I have a puppy dog, so can you smell that I have a dog? Does my home have a cologne to itself? She said, absolutely not, never. And that is because of this. And believe me, I'm the gal that burns the toast. I'm the gal that puts
burns the popcorn. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, you know, and I said this many, many years ago when we first started offering these. I always said, nothing beats the smell of nothing. Right. That's what I want. Neutral when I want. I don't want to go into somebody's house. Now listen, if it's wintertime and there's a fire in the fireplace, I'm okay with that, right? Because that's kind of charming. Right. But I'm not going to sit there and breathe in smoke fumes for 24 hours a day. That charm wears off after a while. Same with like when you cook bacon, or if you have, you know, if you burn the microwave popcorn, you don't want it to smell like that. What Linda's showing you now is that light. Now, that light has been proven, and we talk about it with germs and mold and things like that. So you've got multi-level filtration here.
Absolutely. I always, now, especially if somebody is sick in my home, guess what? This is running on medium to high throughout the night and throughout the day. That's because of this UVC bulb. But notice that I just took this out here, and notice that this is a hemispheric shape to this filter.
Smart.
And what that does is that fans out these fins. And once you do that, that means it has more real estate, more space to grab on and to capture the mold, the pollen, the dust, the pet dander, those germs